What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shoney Small Engines. I have a Ariens Compact 24 here that customer complains that it won't start. It's basically brand new, hasn't been used very much. Probably left some bad gas in there, but just to make sure that it has spark and compression, what we're going to do is pull off this little cover here and spray some fuel in there and see if we can get it to start. But first, I'm going to show you that it doesn't start. Put the choke on. I'm going to prime it. It's got about a half tank of gas. The key is in the on position. Fuel is in the on position. As you can see, this thing won't fire up. So probably a quick fix. What we're going to do is pull this cover off, get some fuel in there, and see if we can get this thing to fire up. So what I'm going to do is get these bolts off. It looks like he had already been in here maybe, because these bolts are already loose. Two more 10mm back here. All right, and then we're gonna pop this off. Pull out of the way. Lift this up and out. I'm gonna disconnect the key. It'll start without the key attached. That doesn't matter. Now I want to squirt a little bit of fuel in there and see if I can get it to start. So I haven't touched any of the adjustments. We're going to see if we can get some fuel in there and see if it starts. So we'll squirt of fuel there. And give it a pull. All right, so I did get it to start, and it did stay running, which is a good sign. Maybe it's got some bad fuel in there that's not working real good. But I don't want to return it like this. I do want to pull that carb apart, and I'll show you how to clean it. It probably doesn't need much, but it was hard to start. So let's just go through and show you how to get this carb off and how to do a quick clean job. I'm going to pop this air primer hose off and then get this cover out of the way. And now we got two nuts here that are also part of bolts that hold the carburetor in place. And we also have a fuel line over here. I'm going to turn the fuel off, and we're going to get this fuel line off. There we go. I do want to see how good this fuel is that's in here, but let's get this carburetor off first. Take these nuts off. Shield comes off, and then this shield comes up over top. Okay, and then we have the governor spring and the governor arm, which we got to kind of line up here. Pull off. All right, there's your carburetor. That's how you get your carburetor off. All right, so again, this ran, but it wouldn't start. Once I sprayed some gasoline in the intake, then it did start. But that's not going to be reliable come next snowfall. It's getting closer to spring here in the northeast. So what I'll probably do is summarize this right away. If he needs to use it, he can throw some gas in there and let it go. But let's take this car up to the bench, and we'll show you how to clean this quick. All right. What I want to do is get the rest of the fuel out of here. I'm going to take the drain plug out. And the fuel looks a little bit brown and yellow. It's not good. Probably why it's hard to start. Good enough to run, but not strong enough to get a good fire off without the engine being warm. Now I'm going to pull the bowl off. Take a look inside the bowl. Not too bad. A little bit of dirt down in the corner there, but that's not bad at all. A lot of times you're going to see, some gummed up fuel, some dirt, some staining on the carb. It's actually not in bad shape. Again, this carburetor, this machine is not old at all. A little bit here on the drain plug. All right. Now, what you're going to need is a skinny screwdriver here. And you got to get in here. There's the main jets down inside. Make sure you line that up and give it a twist. Don't strip that guy out, or you're going to have a hard time getting that thing out. Screw it until it starts to click, meaning you can't screw anymore. Give it a couple taps, and it should come out. Give it a few more taps. Try to get the emulsion tube off. If it doesn't, come in here and tap on it, and it should pop out. The emulsion tube, you'll see the top inside here sticking up. It'll look like it'll just see the top of this and just kind of push down on it, and it'll pop it out of the emulsion area here. So I'm looking at this emulsion tube. You want to make sure all these holes are nice and clear. You can see through them, which on these I can see through these, but I can't see through those. And then the main is actually pretty clogged up as well. You should be able to see right through there. Yeah, same thing with the main jet. Not bad. Give that a good cleaning. Also, while you're here, you want to take a look at the bowl gasket. Make sure it's not dry rotted or cracked or popping out. This one's in good shape. Again, this carburetor, this machine is not very old at all. So the other thing I'm going to do is pull out this pilot jet. This is how you keep the idle speed running smooth. Otherwise, you get some surging. So we're going to pull this off. And then it's going to pry up on here nice and easy. That guy will pop off. And right on top here, you're going to have a tiny little hole that goes down inside there and comes out through here. So that's your slow speed. That'll keep your engine idling very well. So we're going to clean that. We'll clean these guys. And I just want to make sure all the passages on this are pretty clean too. So I'm going to use a little bit of air, kind of blow through the intake here. Make sure all those guys are clear. One other thing you want to check is make sure that the float is working. I like to just put a little bit of air through here and see if this shuts it off. Good, that's working too. All right, the carburetor is actually really good shape, nice and clean. I'm not even pulling the bowl off because I know that I'm getting air through and it's sealing when I need to. Otherwise, I would pull the bowl off and clean in the seat area. Make sure that the needle's nice and clear. Sometimes it gets gummed up and it won't glide up and down and kind of gets stuck. Then either it won't allow fuel in or it won't shut fuel off. Okay. Now on the pilot jet, I want to make sure air's coming out of there. I saw it come through, so I don't need to use, like, sometimes I have to use like a tiny little piece of wire or a micro drill bit to kind of clear that guy out, but this guy came real easy. Main jet, again, I can see through it already. Make sure that's nice and clean. A lot of times I will use a torch tip cleaner, and just to make sure that goes through. You don't want to do this too many times because you'll actually file the hole bigger and then you'll have a running rich issue. Same thing with this guy. We want to get through here. All these side holes, you gotta make sure that you can get through those. All right, again, this one's not in bad shape. This is probably more of a bad gas issue than anything. But since I'm going to be returning this, I want to make sure it's perfect. A little bit of air. All right, that's all it is to cleaning the jets. Now we're going to put this back together. Emulsion tube, the skinny end goes in first. Then the jet goes with the flathead screw side up. And then screw that down. Don't over tighten that. Should be snug. I kind of use like 3 or 4 fingers. And then the pilot jet's going to go back in. Make sure it's the flat side is against this piece here and this flat like that. Otherwise it won't click into place and you won't be able to get your idle adjuster screw in. Again, this is plastic, so make sure it's lined up perfectly. It should go in real easy, otherwise you're going to cross thread this. I like to stick it out about a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch on the other side, and that's your throttle idle adjuster. Take a quick peek at the bowl. Spray some carb cleaner in there. It's not bad. This carb goes on. This is your fuel side. I like to put the drain plug side opposite. It has to line up with these little notches here on these style. And then we'll put the full plug on and the drain plug. Tighten those guys down. All right, let's get it back on the machine. We're going to drain the fuel and see what the fuel looks like, and put a little bit of fresh in there, and make sure it starts and runs. Catch some of the fuel here, and let's see what it looks like. It's actually not coming out very fast, which tells me we might have a little bit of a blockage issue. Now we'll see if it comes out any faster. That's a little better. So as you can see, it's a little yellow. Probably good, like I said, probably good enough to run, but not good enough to start and run slightly poor. So we're gonna get this fuel out of here. We'll clean the system out a little bit. We'll put some fresh stuff in, make sure it starts and runs, and then we'll empty the fuel so it's good to go for next year, unless he has to use it again this year. All right, let's get the carb back on. So we'll start by getting the governor arm back on. There it goes, and it goes down. And then we're going to put the spring on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Put the fuel line on and the fuel clamp. Now this cover that goes over the choke goes on. And these bolts, nuts. Clamp those down. Now before I go on and put everything back together, I just want to make sure that this guy starts. So let's get some fresh fuel. I'm not going to put a lot in because I'm going to take it out anyway. We'll give that a second to get into the carburetor. Let me prime it quick. There we go. And I didn't put a lot of fuel in there, so it took a little bit of time to get in there. Now I'm getting some priming. Chokes on. Once I finished cleaning the carb, the idle was really high, so pulled the tank off. Normally I can adjust the idle with just bending this tab from the other side, this tab right here, but in this case that didn't change anything. What I found was that this plate had got bent down and the governor arm was stuck, so it couldn't adjust. So all I had to do was bend this tab back up. I adjusted the idle by bending this tab to where I want it. It's right around 3200, and that's it. So let's just button this up. I'm going to take it outside and let it run for a while, get all the gas out, and give the guy a call. All right, hook up the primer. Stick this on, and then let's get these bolts on. That's it. Again, this one wasn't as dirty as you might expect, but some bad gas and a little bit of blockage out of emulsion tube made it hard to start and run not great. So if you got that problem, let me know in the comments if it helped you out. Appreciate the feedback, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out some of these other videos, hit that like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for